and coming to you from the Mike Eisenstadt studios here at WMNF. It's the Live Music Showcase. I'm your host, Ed Lehman, sitting in for Bill Dudley, who's under the weather. We wish him well in a speedy recovery, and we've got a real musical treat for you today. It's Van Plating, and without further ado, let's have her start.
Thanks for having me. Go on and break me, 'cause I'm too much to take me. Go on and break me, 'cause I'm too much to take me. Go on and break me, 'cause I'm too much to take me. Go on and break me, 'cause I'm too much to take me. Go on and break me, 'cause I'm too much to take.
That was lovely. Van Plating here in the Live Music Studio. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing your music with us here on the Live Music Showcase. And with Van Plating today is guitarist Josh Davis. So welcome, and we're really pleased you're sharing this lovely music with us. Now, I guess, Rachel, your music career took a little bit of a stall, I guess, at some point, and you've just recently, relatively recently, have reinvigorated that career.
Yes, my music career took a stall because my parenting career hopped into overdrive.
And you have 4 children, right?
Yes, I do.
And you homeschool.
I used to.
Oh, okay, you don't do that now.
I hit the wall, like I had to call it quits at some point.
But but still, with 4 children, job, family, and you still somehow find time to make beautiful music.
I have to.
It's an imperative. It builds up in your soul, and it has to come out. Fantastic. So you're going to play both piano and some acoustic guitar a little later in the show.
Yep.
So let's hear another tune.
All right. This one is called Woman in the Woods. There's a lot of ways to love someone, and more to get it wrong. Do you grant yourself a little grace and write a sad love song? Oh, brother, can you hear me? Is your heart fast asleep? Do you feel your sister calling you with every passing beat? I didn't know I loved you. I fell in deep. couldn't say I missed you with the whole world listening. Would you be my friend? Don't turn around and leave. I couldn't say I missed you. The whole world's listening. Yeah, yeah, Down to earth and made of dust. In the flesh we kill to keep the fire and the blood. Fights against all we should be. Oh brother, can you hear me? Or is your heart fast asleep? Do you feel your sister calling you with every passing beat? I didn't know I loved you. I fell in deep. Couldn't say I missed you with the whole world listening. Would you be my friend? Don't turn around and leave. I couldn't say I missed you. The whole world's listening. Didn't know I loved you. Fell in deep. Couldn't say I missed you with the whole world listening. Would you be my friend? Don't turn around and leave. I couldn't say I missed you. The whole world's listening. Didn't know I loved you. I fell in deep. I couldn't say I missed you with the whole world listening. Would you be my friend? Don't turn around and leave. I couldn't say I missed you. The whole world's listening. I couldn't say I need you. The whole world's listening. I couldn't say I love you.
Oh, that's a beautiful tune.
Thank you.
Van Plating live here in the WMNF Live Music Showcase. We're also streaming live on Facebook, and later tonight Dr. Richard Stone will upload the show onto YouTube, and you'll be able to see the whole thing in living color. And I might mention, because this is actually sort of new to me, but these shows also are being aired on cable. On Saturday nights, there is a show on the TBAE network from 8 till midnight. It's on Frontier Channel 34, Spectrum 636, and they are airing these shows as well. So plenty of opportunities to not only hear, but see what's happening here on the Live Music Showcase. I want to thank our crew real quick. Mark Perfetti mixing it up on the control board with some help from John Francis Baker. Our video director, Bob Hoke, is going to make all this look really, really good on the TV screens. And our camera crew today, we have John Close, we have Sean Breen, and brand new to the studios, Megan Bowes. So thank you all for coming in. And these are all volunteers, as are all of us here at the Live Music Showcase, trying to make this event happen every week here on WMNF. And one last little pitch. We just finished our fund drive this past week, and we came up just a little bit short. So we're asking folks, if you didn't have a chance to donate during the fund drive, no better time than the present. You can go to WMNF.org and hit the tip jar, particularly if you like live music. And speaking of live music, you've got a show coming up tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow night at the Attic, yes.
Fantastic. And about what time will you be playing?
I'm playing last. The show starts at 8, right, Josh? It's 8. And it's a cool lineup. Kat Ridgway, she's from Orlando. She's playing. She's probably played here before.
She has, indeed. Yeah.
She's bringing her whole band. I'm bringing my whole band. And a band called Speakeasy is also playing with us. So
that sounds great.
We're really excited. It's really fun.
And I kind of understand a lot of the folks who were supposed to play at Wigfest, which kind of
Yes.
dissipated or something happened to it.
It's been a wild week, yes, or two. Yes, but so they actually have 2 shows this weekend.
Okay.
The show tonight is the other Wigfest rescheduled show, but it's at the Attic as well. And then my show on Saturday night is a Wigfest reschedule. So if you had tickets to that, your ticket will be honored at this concert.
Oh, great. Okay.
So that's actually, I'm glad you brought that up so that people know. But
Sounds good. All right. Well, how about another tune?
Sounds great. This song is called Lasso. It was the first single off of my album.
Will you find your way to the chapel? Everybody knows, everybody knows. Is it just a broomstick revival? Everybody knows, everybody knows. Could it be the wrong way we're leaving? Everybody knows, everybody knows. I don't think we'll make it to heaven. Everybody knows, everybody knows. Throw me a lasso, hold on, tell me everything's fine. I'm busted and broken. How can we turn back the tide? Did you find your way to religion? Everybody knows, everybody knows. Did it break the heart you were given? Everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. 'Cause babe, we took the long way around here. Everybody knows, everybody knows. I don't think we'll make it through here. Everybody knows, everybody knows. Throw me a lasso, hold on, tell me everything's fine. I'm busted and broken. How can we turn back the tide? Throw me a lasso, hold on, tell me everything's fine. I'm busted and broken. How can we turn back the tide? Throw me a lasso, hold on, tell me everything's fine. I'm busted and broken. How can we turn back the tide?
Wow, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Van Plating here in the live music showcase here at WMNF with some help from Josh Davis today on guitar. Rachel, why don't you tell us how you and Josh got together here?
So I was trying to remember on the way over. Josh, I've known you so long.
I don't know either.
Music. I mean, it's been a long time. 15 years, maybe 12 years.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We were
that
all
sounds
in
right.
bands kind of at the same time when we
Yeah.
were younger, and had a lot of the same friends. And I think I met you through Adam Pruitt,
Yeah,
who was in my
definitely.
band. He was in my band at the time. We miss him. He lives in Seattle now. And just, we'd always talked about playing together for a long time, and then just never could do it. And then Josh was living in Tacoma, Washington until a few months ago. And he called me one day and said, "I'm moving back." And I think I started crying and laughing at the same time.
Your response was, "You're in my band."
Yeah, yeah. I remember, and then we talked
Okay.
about the move date. Basically, the
Oh,
album
yeah.
release was planned around Josh moving back.
Oh, that's great. So you
He's kind of a big deal.
there you go. Well, it's sounding really good this
Thank
this
you.
afternoon. Now you have one album out,
Yes.
and you've got some singles you're actually working on now.
Yes, I'm going to play 2 of the new singles for you guys a little bit
excellent.
later in the set. So, yes, I'm planning on recording this spring and releasing those this summer, and then continuing to tour and play on the full-length album. So,
That sounds great. All right. Well, why don't you give us another tune?
okay, this is our last piano tune for the day. This is an angsty one, so hold on tight. Ready, Josh? 3, 4.
What I wanted was a simple kind of friend, and what I got was an enemy. What I needed was a simple kind of love, and what we had was a tragedy. Well, I guess I'd know if I was wrong, but you keep on throwing all them stones. Oh, you met me with a smile and a kiss. We both know the way the story goes. It don't end like this. Oh, you sold me for that silver and gold. Now your body's shaking up, babe. Don't tell me it's the wrong way, baby. You've been looking on and listening for far too long without liking what you hear. Well, I guess I'd know if I was wrong, but you keep on throwing all them stones. Oh, you met me with a smile and a kiss. We both know the way the story goes. It don't end like this. Oh, you sold me for that silver and gold. Now your body's shaking up, babe, losing control. Oh, you met me with a smile and a kiss. We both know the way the story goes. It don't end like this. Oh, you sold me for that silver and gold. Now your body's shaking up, babe, losing control. Oh, you met me with a smile and a kiss. We both know the way the story goes. It don't end like this. Oh, you sold me for that silver and gold. Now your body's shaking up, babe, I'm losing control.
Thank you.
Wow. Powerful music here from Van Plating, joined today with Josh Davis on guitar. She's been playing piano and is getting ready to switch over to acoustic guitar, which will lead me to a question in a moment. But Rachel's from the Lakeland area and has had a kind of a resurgence in her songwriting career, and we're certainly glad that she's back making music and writing songs. So here's my question for you. You play both piano and guitar, and in your songwriting process, which do you use? Do you use one or the other or both, or how does that work?
It's both. It depends on the melody. It depends on the song. I have a little writing room where I work, and I just always have my guitar with me, and there's a piano in there, and it just kind of just seems like it depends on how I'm feeling, you know? I guess that's not the best answer, not the most detailed answer.
But it's an answer.
And sometimes, you know, sometimes like the song I'm going to play last today, I actually started it on piano, and it just felt off, like the energy of it wasn't right.
Oh.
And I was just messing around, and I grabbed the guitar, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was it. That's what it needed, you know?
Each song has its own imperative on how to make it happen.
Yes, it's more like song catching than songwriting.
Right.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about the music scene for singer-songwriters now as opposed to when you were making music before?
This is so different for me. See, I was in the indie rock world before. So I was in a band. I had a band. I was a lead singer and the main songwriter of that band. But it is a totally different world than singer-songwriter Americana. I'm like the newbie in that. I'm meeting new people all the time in songwriter land. So I don't know what it's like yet. I just got here.
Okay.
But so far, everyone I've met has just been so kind and sincere. And, you know, songwriting for me is a very confessional process and a very personal one. And so my lyrics tend to lean more into that Americana style, even though my songs kind of are colorful. So yeah, that's been kind of a natural fit. But maybe when I come back, I'll let you know how I feel about it.
Okay, good. An update. Next time you come back, you'll be able to update us. Excellent.
Yes.
So when in thinking of terms of people who are influencing your songwriting, who would you say influences you?
Oh my goodness, Fiona Apple is a huge influence on my writing. Brandy Carlisle is a huge influence. And a name you may not have heard, her name is Emily Haynes. She is a lead singer of a band, a Canadian indie band called Metric, and her solo albums are just astoundingly beautiful. Her lyrics are so full of depth, but her melodies are so memorable. She's a huge influence on me. I always wanted to be like her when I was younger.
I will take a note on that and check her out.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's a much better piano player than me, too. She's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hear another tune.
All right, this is another single off of my album. All these songs are on the album except for the last two, so you know. Are you good?
Won't stop you, I stand still and watch you run away from me. That's not how it's supposed to be. I'll be standing still right here till you come running home to me, 'cause that's who I'm supposed to be. Where did you fall down? Where did you fall down? I didn't know you cared so much. You kept on running as fast as you can, but I don't mind it. I'm right here. Go on and run as far as you can. I won't let go, holding on to your hand. You're right here, right here. I'll be standing still right here till you come running home to me, don't mind it. I might go on and ride as far as you can. I wanna go holding on to your hand. I might where did you fall down? Where did you fall down? You didn't know I cared so much. You kept on running as fast as you could, but I don't mind it. I know you're right here. Go on and ride as far as you can. I wanna go holding on to your hand. I'm right here, right here. I didn't know you cared so much. You kept on running as fast as you could, but I don't mind it. I'll be waiting. Go on and run as far as you can. I wanna go holding on to your hand. I'm right here, right here. Where do we fall down? Where do we fall down? Thank you.
Some great music coming to you at the live music showcase here on WMNF, courtesy Van Plating and guitarist Josh Davis this afternoon. As we mentioned a little earlier, we have just come out of our winter fund drive, and we did great. Thanks to everyone who donated during the course of the drive. And we are a little bit short, so if you didn't have a chance to donate during the fund drive, now's a good time, particularly on this show if you appreciate what's happening here on Friday afternoons, bringing in great live music like this group and more. Hit us up on the tip jar, WMNF.org, and we certainly would appreciate it and help the station make up its shortfall and a little bit of shortfall on this particular show. Also, thanks to Randy Wynn. He's out on the main control board, keeping the levels right, and you can call in the station and leave a note, and he'll pass it on to us, too, if you'd like to do that as well. We're streaming live on Facebook. It'll be put up on YouTube later tonight and also on cable network at some point on a Saturday evening. So, next tune for us.
This one's called Woke. I actually just released a live acoustic video for this song right before I left to come here.
Oh, wow.
That's not why I was late.
Oh,
but
okay.
I did just release that. This is called Woke.
Turned out the light, shut the door, and threw my clothes on the floor, and I fell asleep. I can't find myself. No, I can't find myself. Awake, my love, don't give up.
making some lovely music, the live music showcase this afternoon. It's Van Plating, along with guitarist Josh Davis. And Josh, can I pick on you for just a second?
Sure.
Okay, you lived in Washington for a while.
Yeah, I did, in Tacoma.
Oh, and how long were you out there?
I was there for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what prompted you to go there?
I got offered a job from some friends.
Okay.
And so I didn't have anything else really holding me back. I didn't have any projects or anything, so I felt young and spontaneous, so I did it.
And that was the time to do it.
2 years ago, I was young. I'm not anymore.
No, you're not young.
Well, all things being relative. And you came back just in time to work on the last album.
Yeah. Well, I didn't work on the album, but I played the album release show.
Oh, the release show, okay.
I begged her to push it to, a couple of weeks.
And I did.
So I could at least go. I was just wanting to go.
No, I wanted you to play.
But she wanted me to play, so it worked out perfectly. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. So, tell folks again, Rachel, about your show at the Attic.
Okay, so the Attic is Saturday, tomorrow night. Show starts at 8. It's myself with a full band, and we're playing, I think, the whole record, and I'm going to play a couple new ones. And then Kat Ridgway and her band is also playing, and so is a band called Speakeasy, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Sounds great. All right, well, why don't you give us another tune?
You good? Okay. This one's called Strangers.
There's fire in the cathedral, ashes flying up, and broken hallelujahs on the floor. Centuries of stories, glory of dying men, floating up to heaven, floating up. And I can't sing a love song. Strangers on the street. Oh, look, laugh a little bit closer. Child of suffering, you could find something for a little while. Blood rushing through my skin, I fell into the belly of the beast, and it wasn't the first time. Time comes for every man. Are you worried you'll be standing alone with the devil shaking hands? And I can't sing a love song. Strangers on the street. Oh, look, laugh a little bit closer. Child of suffering, you couldn't find something for a little while.
Great tune. Great
Thank
tune here
you
from
so
Van
much.
Plating with help from Josh Davis this afternoon here on the Live Music Showcase here on WMNF. So glad you're listening. You can catch us live on Facebook. Dr. Richard Stone will be putting this up on YouTube later tonight. And it'll also show up on cable on the TBAE network on Saturday nights. Not exactly sure when this exact show will show up there, but I'm sure it will at some point. But many ways to catch what's going on. You can hear us on just regular radio or on our app, on the WMNF.org app. And always a good way to keep in touch with what's happening here on community radio. Now, we were talking a little bit earlier, Rachel, with you about your songwriting process. And one other thing, and I hope this is okay to talk to you about.
Yes.
Not only are you a busy person with 4 kids and you've got a lot going on in your life, you also had a near-death experience.
I did.
Yeah, and how did that, and does that affect your songwriting? And
It changed everything.
I bet.
I nearly wasn't here. This was 5 years ago now, and what happened was my fallopian tube ruptured. And I hope that's okay to say on the air.
Sure,
But that's
sure.
what happened. That's what happened. I had an ectopic pregnancy that had gone undiagnosed. I'd had no signs, and what happens then is that the baby's growing in the wrong place.
Oh,
I had no idea. I had 3 small children. It ruptured. I didn't even know that that's what was happening when that happened. All of a sudden, I thought, oh my goodness, I must be pregnant and I'm miscarrying. So I didn't go to the hospital.
ouch.
And anyway, it took the doctors like 5 days to figure out what was going on with me because I was alive. So I didn't present. Usually if that happens to someone, you're gone.
Oh, wow.
So I went to the doctor and they tested my hormone levels and I tested as pregnant still. And so then I came back 24 hours later and I was just feeling, I was so weak. I had lost so much blood. I was so weak I couldn't stand up without help. Finally, another day goes by and the doctor's office calls me and says, go to the hospital right now and say goodbye to your kids. Because it had been so long that the odds of me surviving what was going on with me were very, very slim. So emergency surgery, and they saved my life. They removed like 3 liters of blood from my body. I had bled internally that much.
Yikes.
And so when something like that happens, obviously it changes things. And man, a lot of people asked me right after it happened if it made me feel scared, like if it made me feel paranoid and, surviving something like that, if it makes you feel, because trauma can manifest different ways. But to me, the fact that happened and I lived through it has given me so much confidence that I'm here till I'm not,
Exactly.
And I can't control it. And man, I'm glad I'm still here. And then I wasn't supposed to be able to have more babies. And then 6 months later,
There you go.
I was pregnant with our boy. We have 3 girls and a little boy, and he's a miracle. Being here is a miracle, and it changed things because now I've really lived it, knowing that every single day that you're here, we're so fragile and we don't know it,
Exactly.
So why be afraid of things,
Exactly. Live life
Yes,
when
exactly.
you can.
There's nothing to really be afraid of, I don't think.
Great. All right. Van Plating here in the live studio. How about another tune?
Okay, this is a new one I wrote about a month ago with my new friend, Brian Elijah Smith. It's called Bird on a Wire. Some days I try to lay it down. One more trip till the sun comes round. Too tired to move, too tired to quit. Like a lonesome dove, heavy on the wind. Oh, my love. Oh, yeah. Oh, my love. Let it go. Move for miles across the waste
Underneath it all, I could feel your face, still holding your hand, oh, for my love. Too scared to sing, too weak to hold you up. Oh, my love. Oh, yeah. Oh, my love. Let it go. You could open me up and take a look inside. Just a homeless heart chained to that night. Yeah, in my dreams I'll set the world on fire, and then I hang from the moon like a bird on a wire. Oh, my love. Oh, yeah. Oh, my love. Let it go. Of a cloud, but hanging from the moon like a bird on a wire.
Oh, awesome tune.
Thank you.
Van Plating here, the live music showcase, along with Josh Davis on guitar. And we're so glad that you stopped by and are sharing
Glad to be here.
wonderful music with us. And again, you'll be playing at the Attic tomorrow night. And how about looking down the road past the Attic show? What do you have planned coming up
Past the
down
Attic show. I'm playing a couple songwriter circles in March. I'm playing in Orlando. That's March 3rd in Winter Park. I don't have the venue yet. And then April's going to be recording. And I'm in the process of more tour dates, planning tour dates. I have some things lined up in the summer, but it's all kind of still nebulous. Yes.
As things can be at times.
Exactly.
But you're out making music and are
Yes.
pursuing it,
Yes,
which is great.
most definitely.
Well, let me thank our live music showcase crew one more time. Thanks to Mark Perfetti mixing it up on the soundboard with a little help from John Francis Baker. Bob Hoke is our video director. Dr. Richard Stone will be putting up the show on YouTube later tonight. And on cameras today, John Close, and we've got Sean Breen and Megan Bowes. Thank you so much for our crew today, and check us out on YouTube and also on cable. You'll be able to see us on cable as well. Well, Rachel, we've got about 10 more minutes to go. So
Okay.
I think before you do your last song, perhaps you've got another tune you can add to the repertoire this afternoon.
All right, let's see. I think I'll go ahead and play this one, and then I have a little something up my sleeve.
Okay.
I can lead us home with. This is brand new. I wrote it last week. It's called Shade.
Oh, the river's frozen over. My heart stings like fire now. Hands cold and undercover. Chase the fox again down. Scouring, taking away the honest line of love and ways. Stranger, changing your face. Left the truth behind you, throwing shade. now you're crashing down. Didn't think twice, you told me pretty lies. Yeah, you fooled your own heart and you're thinking you're right. Leaving me low and fire and cold, scared to find your demons on that nightmare road. Oh, the snow is falling softly, hushing over footsteps in the field. You found your shiny lover, you're falling underwater now. Brother, coming away from what a mother said to always hope. Friend, I wish you would stay, standing still with fire in my veins. You came crashing down, oh, they hushed to the ground. Didn't think twice, you told me pretty lies. Yeah, you fooled your own heart and you're thinking you're right. Leaving me low and fire and cold, scared to find your demons on that lonesome road. Didn't think twice, told me pretty lies. Yeah, you fooled your own heart and you think you're right. Leaving me low, fire and cold, scared to find your demons on that nightmare road. Hey, you better think twice, oh, you pretty lies. Leaving me low, fire.
That's a great tune. Great tune from Van Plating. You've been listening to Van Plating here on the Live Music Showcase here on WMNF. Thanks so much for tuning in, listening. And one more reminder, because that's what we kind of got to do. We've got the end of the fund drive happened this past week, and we came up a little bit short. So if you didn't have a chance to donate during our fund drive, now is a real good time to do it. You can go to WMNF.org and hit the tip jar, and especially if you like live music, because we all certainly love it, and we appreciate the musicians who come through here and share their music with us, and we have a terrific time. And if you do too, it would be a great thing to show that appreciation by donating to WMNF and keeping community radio on the air, because that's how it happens. One donation at a time for over 40 years. They said it couldn't be done, and,
wow.
and we did
40 years.
40 years
That's
on
awesome.
the air.
That's amazing.
And due to listener support, not government support, not Big
That's
Brother support.
Really, really cool.
Just listener support. So thank you, Rachel, so much for coming
Thank
in.
you for having
Josh, for coming in and playing guitar. And one more time, your show is tomorrow at the Attic?
Tomorrow at the Attic, 8 o'clock, full band show. Come ready for rock and roll.
All right. That's going to be terrific, I'm sure. So we've got about 4 more minutes to go, 5 minutes to go. Do you have a tune that you think you can take us out with?
I think I do.
All right.
This song is called Kids, and I wrote it for my kids. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Little white house and the oak trees anchor my childish heart in an otherwise troubled sea. Banner of oak and tobacco smoke, cheap green shingles held down with tie, but that little house was hallowed ground for me. And we didn't know it wouldn't last, didn't know it couldn't last for good. It wouldn't last for good. summertime, the rooms were filled with music. In the fall, we spilled out onto the lawn. Oh, barefoot children didn't know we were living in a moment. Time had already forgotten, and we didn't know it wouldn't last. Didn't know it couldn't last. Kids, don't you know we're living in the short term, only passing through. Hey kids, don't you know we're living in the short term, only passing through. And we didn't know it wouldn't last. Didn't know it couldn't last. Hey kids, don't you know we're living in the short term, only passing through. Hey kids, don't you know we're living in the short term, only passing through. Hey kids, don't you know we're living in the short term, only passing through. Hey kids, don't you know we're living in the short term, only passing through. And we didn't know it wouldn't last. Didn't know it couldn't last for good.
You were listening to Van
I'll take
Plating.
it. I'll take it.
Right here on the live music showcase. We've got about 1 minute to go. You got a couple guitar riffs or something you can take us out with here on the live music showcase here on WMNF Tampa.
But you don't wanna love me back, and I can't understand where we got off track. You left like a bird on a sylvan wing, never said a word, it's feathers. You don't wanna love me back, and I can't understand where we got off track. You left like a bird on a sylvan wing, never said a word, it's feathers. You don't have to run so fast, I can chase you, it's too steep. Everything I thought would last has left me incomplete. I don't know if I can love again. Oh, don't be unkind, won't you invite me in? One chorus, right? But you don't wanna love me back, and I can't understand where we got off track. You left like a bird on a sylvan wing, never said a word, just feathers sing. But you don't wanna love me back, and I can't understand